Hi, I haven't done a video in a couple of days, so I just wanted to do one to update my knight's progress. I did. I told you guys about trying to 2K my knight. I have him at 1423 fame, so he's getting there. I guess if he dies right now, I'm fine. Don't really want him to, though. I also kind of wanted to explain the gear that I'm wearing, because yeah, so I'm wearing a Sky Splitter sword because I got it as a drop, and there's not a whole lot of reason to upgrade to Acclaim. I mean, it's a little bit more damage, but I don't know, I get soulbound with this just fine. I'm wearing a Mithril Shield because I don't use tier 6 abilities unless I get them from Oryx 2. And I don't really do a ton of Oryx 2s because I don't find closing realms to be fun. I just like dungeon diving and screwing around in Godlands. Every once in a while I'll close one, but it's usually when everybody's offline during the night. I've got my orange safety vest. I have not upgraded to A-Crop yet because A-Crop is... I would have to go into the trade server, and I don't like the trade server. That's, I really don't like standing around saying that I want to buy A-Crop and getting 90 different offers that are not A-Crop. It's not like I can't afford it. I could get it if I wanted to, I just don't want to spend the time on the trade server. I'm wearing an Expo because it's got HP and MP. I've never really had a problem with the amount of HP this gives me, so there's no reason for me to upgrade to a Pyramid Ring. I've got my Pyramid Ring. I've got a Pyramid Ring on my Warrior right now because I don't really care about the amount of MP he's got, because my pet kind of makes Wisdom completely obsolete. It heals my magic just fine, so I don't need it. Yeah, the reason I don't really care about getting A-Crop is because it's only 2 more defense, and since I have 78 defense, I don't really need 80, because there's nothing in this game that I don't stun that does that much damage. And like I said, my pet heals my mana enough to where even if I am constantly doing Godlands, I don't need more mana than this. The reason I do want the extra mana from the MP is because if I stun once and then wait for the duration of the stun and then stun again and then wait for the duration of that stun, my mana will have recharged enough to where I can stun one more time. The reason I don't get Resurrected Warrior's armor is because the less defense I don't like. The wisdom doesn't matter at all because of pets, and the extra mana also doesn't matter because I can already stun 3 times in a row, so any soulbound that I would want to get, I can get with 3 stuns. And even if I don't think that I did with 3 stuns, which is ridiculous, instead of bringing really bad armor to try to get more, I can just drink a mana potion. It really is not that big a deal. I mean, that's what they're there for, right? So instead of having 150 extra mana, I have 600 extra mana right here. Resurrected Warrior's armor is absolutely worthless. That's the way I see it. I don't really use tier 6 abilities on any of my characters, like I said, unless I get it as a drop. Because buying tier 6 abilities is so much more expensive than just getting tier 5 abilities. I don't buy abilities, I get all these by myself, but even if you were to buy them, it is always massively expensive for no reason. And for most of these things, there's really no reason to even use the tier 6 abilities because it's got two points of extra vitality and 2 points of extra wisdom on them. And like I said, pets make that absolutely worthless. There is absolutely no reason to be using a tier 6 ability. Unless you want yourself to look like you are rich or whatever, but I think that's just snobby and ridiculous. If you're one of those people who use tier 6 abilities not because you think it's more useful, but because you think it makes you look better than other players, then I'm just letting you know that there are people out there that choose tier 5 abilities because they think they are better. Or not better, but the tier 6 abilities are not worth it. There are only 2 tier 6 abilities that have anything better than 2 Vit and 2 Wiz on them above the tier 5s, and that's the tier 6 Shield, which has more damage, and the tier 6 Ninja Star, which has more damage, I think, too. The more damage on the Colossus Shield, it gives you like 300 to 360. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's about what it is. It doesn't matter to me because it doesn't increase the time that the shield stuns. That's really the only reason I would get one. It doesn't increase the time the shield stuns. It just increases damage, and this does enough damage for me as it is. So I do not need to get the tier 6. The reason I've already explained the Archon, it just doesn't do enough damage for me to want to spend a bunch of life on it when I could just use this Sky Splitter that I got for free from like a Mad Lab or something. So yeah, that's explained my night. I've got it 6-8, and hopefully I'll 2K base it soon. And yeah, I guess that's it for now.